It's the AJ and McCall show
After the show!
It's Friday.
Oh my gosh.
It's
everything that's
Friday.
good.
Heck to
Wow.
the yes.
These are so pink.
What?
Cameras.
Our cameras are pink.
Oh.
Sorry for the diminished pink quality.
I think you're the only one that would notice it.
I thought you were looking at
drives
sodas
me.
or something.
No, everybody would notice that. They're like, why is it yellow?
I honestly
like
wouldn't
orange.
care.
Orange.
All right.
I
so
hate it.
2 things to know about Producer Butters and McCall. They're slightly different, but they're 2 things that are necessary and have both come up today, which
Very
cracked me up.
nervous.
First, Producer Butters, even if you decide along the way that you're like, you know what, this is a bad idea, let's scrap it. If Producer Butters commits, nope, it's going to the
That's
finish
it.
line.
We're doing
It's
it.
going to the finish line.
Forever and ever,
There's
this will
no
consistently
denying.
be it.
We're taking it to the finish line, and then we will let it run for a little bit, then we'll make a decision.
Yep.
It's like a boulder going downhill. Once it's going, you can't stop it.
Just spinning. Oh, no.
The McCall Taylor.
There's no half-assing it.
No. I said that earlier. Crushed it.
And the thing about the McCall Taylor is once you tell her no, that means she's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you say, for instance, I don't know, don't look at me, she's immediately going to go, okay.
No, the best one is you can't do that.
Yeah, that's my favorite. When people tell me I can't do things, I get mad.
I regret not being around to see that whole hashtag feminism, hashtag
See,
attack
for me,
mode. McCall.
you
I
missed
take it
it.
the opposite. I go, okay, I'm not doing it then.
And it infuriates me. Like somebody told me once in the building that I couldn't do something. They were like, don't do it because you can't do all of these things. And I literally
She took
gloves
it,
out.
One
I was
bad.
so mad.
She took it totally
I was
different.
so
than,
mad. I was like,
what he
look
was
at
meaning.
me, okay? You cannot tell me that I cannot do something because all you've done now is lit a fire. So I can show you, yes, I can. And then I'll do it. He was like, no, I just don't want you to take on too much. And I was like, well, great, because now you just forced me to. So now I got to do it.
It's like that scene from The Office where Michael gets mad that they let Phyllis be Santa, and he's like, don't come blaming me when I'm the one ruining the party.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I just find it funny that you take it that. It's just,
That's just how I
me, I
always
was
have
like-
been. According to my personality test.
Oh, no.
That's exactly how I am, though. I've always been like that.
because I got what he was saying.
It was like,
I wasn't there,
And-
cannot pass
and,
judgment,
yeah, I
but
was
McCall,
there,
you
and
were
then-
wrong.
well,
I could
it was
see
like,
the total rage in her face.
oh yeah,
As soon as
and
he said
it made
that.
me
And I
furious
was
because
like,
he's like, "Why are you crying?"
Why
And
are
I
you
was like,
getting mad?
I was like, please don't ask me why I'm crying. I'm crying because for some reason my female hormones can't handle it. Because when I get mad, that's the first thing that I go to is crying. And people are
Perfect.
like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute when you cry."
I don't think anybody's ever said
And now
that,
she
but all right.
cries even more.
It
because
dep-
she's
I'm going to
even
cry
more
even
mad.
harder now.
I am. Watch me cry harder. And it was something that I remember. I had a boss in Vernal that told me, he was like, "Oh well, it's really cute that you're crying." And Dustin was like, "Please don't say that. Like, this is mad crying. She's gonna get really mad here in like 3 seconds."
According to my personality test, when you do that, that's why I instilled the rule, you cry, I go home.
You cry, I go home. No, for some reason, if people say things like, "Hey, it made me feel really weird," if someone were to say, "Hey, it makes me feel really weird that you did X, Y, or Z," I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that." But when it's like, "Oh my gosh, they looked at us weird and I don't know why," my answer is, "Okay, I'm going to look at you weirder then." All the time, every time, all the time.
So what basically that boils down to is when the Rolling Boulder and the Crying Hurricane get on the same page, there's nothing stopping either of them.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Wow, it's weirdly awkward
I
right
know.
now.
Why did you just make it so awkward?
I didn't. I was describing things about yourself that I'm pretty sure you both
Oh,
know
we
about
do.
yourself, but then it got really weird when we started talking about it at the end. Like, that was like you're still not talking. Like, I'm just filling
Producer Butters
awkward
is like,
space right
"No."
now.
What?
Ugh, I don't wanna.
When I'm done with something, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, "Okay, wiped the hands, moved on."
Yes.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
Okay, so once upon a time, Producer Butters is going to get a kick out of this.
Uh-oh.
I bought a
I'm
truck.
scared.
And by I bought a truck,
Oh,
I mean
jeez.
Dustin bought a truck. Dustin bought a truck like 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
right? Brand new, beautiful truck. And I got to drive it home, and I was so excited to drive this truck home. So anyway, I'm driving this truck home, and I get it home, and I pull in, and I put the car in park, put the truck in park, turn it off, and it like beep, beep,
How many
beeps
vehicles you driving?
at me.
Car, truck.
Stop
all
it.
put
It's
in
a truck.
park,
It's a truck.
trailer,
It's a
park,
truck. It's a
dog
truck.
Park.
So I get there, and I turn it off, and it beeps at me. And I'm like, okay, great. So I look down at the dashboard, and it's like an LED display. And it pops up, and it says, please check your back seat. And I was like, that is so nice of them. They
Wait
put
for it.
something back there, like there's a present. So I get like so excited, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look at it because I don't want to spoil the surprise. So I go and I told Dustin, I was like, hey, guess what? You bought this new truck, and there's a sign that says, please look in the back seat, which is so thoughtful. Like, they bought you a present. And Dustin looks at me like I am the biggest moron on the planet. And he's
exactly
like,
what I thought when you said that.
Welcome to the real world, he said to me
He
condescendingly.
he says to me, McCall, they didn't get me a present. And I said, yes, they did. Why would they say
Blueberry Faygo.
check the back seat? And Dustin's like, in case you have kids. I said, we don't have those. And he's like, I know, but other people do. So they're telling him to check the back seat. I was like, oh. So there's no present? He's like, no, there's no present. Bummer.
By the way, one of the
Bummer.
dumbest PSAs.
Yes.
Because when I drive in the morning, I listen to our sports station, our sister station. They run a lot of PSAs in the morning, and there's two that I absolutely cannot stand. The first one is that one because it always ends with, make sure to leave your bag or phone in the back seat so you check before you get out of the car. And every time I'm like, or I don't know. Remember, there's a human life back
You
there.
have a kid.
Seems reasonable. And the other one is, it has to do with the exact same thing, is they run these kid drowning ones. And look, it's sad, but the people they get to pretend to be the parents read it in the most deadpan voice
do.
ever. And it's so hard to take them seriously. Because, like, I left the door open, and it was only a split second, and she was gone. And I'm like, all right, clearly you're invested in this emotionally. Like, I get it. I'm not going to be like, oh, your kid drowned? Hey, cut this PSA real fast. But find people that actually get some sincerity in their
Yeah.
voices. Jeez.
Just a little bit. It's
A
not
kid
like
just died in this PSA.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. Anyway, there's my funny story.
Producer Butter, stop making
He
it
just, like,
awkward. We're
doesn't
making
even
jokes
care.
about, like, message about kids dying, and you're like,
What do you want me to say?
That's
Haha,
sad.
McCall, you're an idiot. That's
McCall,
the
you're an
dumbest thing
idiot.
I've ever heard.
I think I said that before you even finished.
You just
he
sat
did
there.
roll his eyes pretty
You were
hard
just
for what it's
quiet.
worth.
You were just like, blip.
You know, Producer Butters, you cannot speak during this podcast. How about that? How about that?
Yeah. No, because if
I'm
you
not
tell
McCall,
him
I'm
he
not
can't, he'll be
gonna go-
like,
Okay.
I bet.
I'm not McCall.
Our consultant.
Oh, yeah? You want to bet?
No, our consultant sent me some memos that said that one of the things we need to correct was you being on this podcast. So
What?
Well, that sucks. I'm going to be on it until it ends.
Now I'm offended.
Now I'm mad, real mad, Joe Jackson.
And I'm pretty sure he's too lazy to do that.
oh, shots fired. That's mean.
Rude.
Blueberry
Wow.
fig.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Wow. So, ow.
Oops.
Mad.
McCall and Producer Butters are the worst people at all if you are prone to getting a song stuck in your head because
Yes.
they will sing the same freaking song
That.
every day,
It's
multiple
that one
times a
and
day.
the boop, boop, boop.
Beep, boop, boop.
No, for you it's those two, and then for McCall it's Blueberry Faygo.
Yep.
It's Down South.
Oh,
Bad
baby.
Ba- Hood Baby.
Oh, baby.
That
go,
one.
go, crazy, crazy. Go up, down to the side.
And then for McCall and I it's WAP, but it's mostly just
I
one of
can't
Cardi
say
B's
WAP.
lyrics and then
WAP.
McCall's
WAP.
Meg the Stallion
WAP.
lyrics.
Wobble, baby.
Pop
Wobble,
that
baby.
Big Mac.
Bop. That's the noise that she makes.
That music video makes literally no, like, while we're talking about these songs, Blueberry Faygo, no sense. Teen High School Dream. What was
Looks
the other
like
one?
he's 12.
I
really.
like that. He does. He's also got the gum wrapper on
Grill,
his teeth like we
right.
all used to do.
Right.
I like that. No sense. Anime and bad
that's
dancing. No idea. And then WAP, no clue. No idea what's going on in that music video whatsoever. It's just butts and tigers. That's all it is.
Yeah. You got some snow tigers.
What happened to the days when music videos used to be cool or interesting?
That is cool now.
No, it's not. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It has literally
Doesn't-
nothing to do with the
He
song.
doesn't know if it's cool.
Do you think Blueberry
Thanks,
Fago's
McCall.
music video is
You're
cool?
welcome.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Did you like roll a fatty before you rolled in here or something? Like you are just cool as a cucumber, just rolling off.
I took some ashwagandha.
Wakanda. He did do that. Are you feeling better?
I feel great.
Maybe you should like invest then.
See, whenever I end up taking
no.
ashwagandha, I always overtake it, and so it makes me cry.
Yes, that is true.
Uh-huh.
Also,
I
you're
don't-
not allowed to because Mad Butters is my favorite butter, so you
I
can't take it
know.
anymore.
I don't like to be mad.
I think it's hilarious. I thought he was going to come in here.
I
again.
did too.
One of our salespeople just pointed at
I was
McCall.
acting any different than I normally do.
Right
but-
now? No, you are.
You're like,
You've seen Pineapple Express.
Hello?
You know what I feel like? You ever had like a warm stack of flapjacks? I feel like a little pat of butter melting on top of that warm stack of flapjacks.
guys.
How often should you be
flapjacks.
taking this?
You can take it. I think it's
Constantly.
twice a day.
Consistently.
Well,
Take
that's
some more right now.
I mean,
It only makes McCall cry.
it literally makes
I mean,
me
I don't
cry.
think I'll cry.
What? I don't think I'll cry either, and then I do.
According
so.
to his
but you
personality
cry more
test, he
than-
doesn't like to cry in front of people.
Yeah, so I'll probably cry at my desk by myself,
Manly tears, though. He'll punch the table back. Oh, I just hit my knee. And then tears. are
and then I'll
streaming down
probably
his
Yeah.
just leave because I can't handle it.
Yeah.
The emotions are just too tough.
Too tough. Too much of it.
Oh, man.
I didn't really think I was.
You
Look,
are.
As someone who spends an exorbitant amount of time with you, more than anyone else you know besides McCall, because she calls
so
you
now
constantly.
you know when something's wrong.
Yes. What did I tell you yesterday? Your anxiety was fueling my anxiety. I didn't appreciate it. What happened yesterday? You didn't have anxiety anymore? I don't have anxiety today.
Hold on a second. Did you know I had anxiety before I even walked in?
Yes.
I had a panic attack yesterday morning before I left home.
Home?
home. Home. We live here.
Yes, I was channeling your anxiety
I don't
early
know
and
if I ever
often.
figured out what that panic attack was.
That's my
Panic attack.
ding
That's my weave.
wave.
Nah, it's a weave.
Oh, okay.
She's wearing a
She
weave.
says weave.
She
says
can't
wave.
dance.
Oh, the way she says it says weave.
I hear
It's
weave.
my weave.
Well,
And
if
I
that's the
only
case, then
assumed.
there's some swears in there, sir.
There's not. That's my new favorite thing about hip hop music. It's make it so that every second word can't be played on the radio.
Yeah.
That's my. That's my. That's my
They can't fit me in a fit me.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
so weird having that snare drum by itself. The yeah, that. The horse sound, sorry. Horses.
I also thought it was weird too.
What it is the sound of money running. Sorry, you guys don't know. It's the sound of money running through a counter. Like when you put it in the counter, it
Oh,
goes.
yeah. I've never had enough money to do that.
Yeah, me neither. But
I've
I worked
seen
at a
it
bank,
happen.
so
You've seen it happen?
I have.
yeah, it runs.
Other people bring money in. and
Well, I
they're
know
like,
that, but the other part is just the snare drum. There's two. There's the with F's and there's the
There's a-
with T's. Yeah, that. What he said. McCall will never lead our team in the beatboxing competition.
Neither will I.
That's one of my favorite How I Met Your Mothers, where he's getting ready to go on
Boots
the
and cats
where,
and boots and cats.
where Ted's gonna go on the weekend trip with I think it's the blonde chick with the hat that was married to the captain.
Stella.
No, that's what's her face from
I'll
Scrubs.
just be your background noise. for the whole
Stella!
podcast.
No, that's what's her face from Scrubs. Zoe. Her name's Zoe.
Zoe,
He's gonna go on the
that's
weekend trip
right.
with Zoe, and they're like telling each other their truths. And he's like, "Yeah, you're actually not a good beatboxer." And so he had that whole flashback of how he killed it, and then it goes back, and he's like, "Apu, acha, apu, do, do, do." And so then he takes the bottle of whiskey out and he leaves it. He's like, "Fine, you had to ruin it."
That's okay.
Now it's awkward again.
So this one time, I was like deathly terrified. This is how I keep conversations
No,
going.
no, no. Oh, what's the question?
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
So this one time,
McCall was watching TV.
I was watching TV and I was a kid. And I remember watching this show, and I don't even know what it is, but this officer came into a women's bathroom, and he was walking through, and he was looking for somebody. I guess he was like a killer or something. I don't know. And it was like he was checking all of the door stalls, and he was like kind of pushing on them. And he went to push on one of them, and there was a girl in high heels under, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry." And they like giggled or whatever and kept pushing the doors and left. And so anyway, this lady walks in to go to the bathroom. Turns out the lady was actually the killer, and like the guy, it was like a guy, and he just put on like high heels. And anyway, he like stood up on the toilet seat and like reached over and like hung the lady from there was like a, I don't know, like a bar type thing above the bathroom. And so I got paranoid.
McCall, you've done all this remodeling. You can't describe it any better than a bar above the bathroom.
It was like a bar. It was like a bar. Like it ran across. I don't know what purpose it served.
Like shiplap
it
was like a
it was
metal.
a farmhouse style finish with rafters.
No. It was like a Kmart style finish with like
that doesn't exist
metal
anymore.
Yeah, it was ghetto in the 90s. So anyway,
What's
this I don't know what it is. It was like brackish stuff.
Who's the couple you like?
I like a lot
The
of them.
remodel couple.
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Chip and Joanna Gaines would not have
They
been
would
proud.
never
0
have done that.
10
It was
stars.
a 0 out of 10
Aren't they launching
stars.
like a new channel?
Yes, they are. So
Okay.
anyway, they hung this chick from the thing
So what she do?
above
Like
the bathroom.
just jump down? Like you gotta have like a lot of like power to pull up somebody like that.
Well, it was a dude.
It was a guy.
But still.
So he like put some stuff on
That
her,
dude's
and
hitting
then
the gym.
all I
He's
know,
hitting the bench.
all I know is that she came in next, and the next thing I know, she was hanging from the
She
rafter.
was next.
She died. She
True,
did
she
die.
was.
So anyway, then I panicked, and so now anytime I go into public bathrooms, I have to look above to make sure that there's nothing that I can get hung from.
That explains why McCall's terrified of the unisex bathroom here.
Yeah, there's stuff up there. I could die.
There's other
What if
things
somebody
to be
just
afraid
like
of.
pops out like, boom, dead? I can't. So
I'll
anyway.
take solace in the fact knowing you were probably going down south, hood baby. That's what I would have done.
Dance
Yeah,
out.
when you're
Hood baby. Make all the girls go crazy.
When you're telling that story, all I could think of was that one YouTuber that has the story where he went. Was it Target? The Target bathroom where he
Yeah.
screamed in the stall. That's all I could think of the entire
it's
time.
so
you're telling
good.
The
The
story.
ghost poop.
Yeah, the ghost in the stall.
So
That's what it
good.
is.
So he's dropping death charges again,
It's like,
and he
"Kraken."
ran out of his pants.
That is one of my favorite
Wait,
stories ever.
So somebody ran out here with their pants again?
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 No, so anyway, now I'm like panicked about public restrooms. I can't go into like a public restroom that has like multiple stalls if there's somebody else in there and if there's like rafters above. Unless I'm at USANA because it's busy. So that's fine.
Fun fact, most of the stories McCall tells on air, I've heard them by now. I did not know this.
I
and
was
now
so excited
you've
to tell
shared
you
the
that
whole
one.
world with that. So heaven forbid you go in with one of our listeners to a women's restroom sometime soon and they just decide to prank you, which I strongly discourage.
Wink, wink.
It's fine. Why is that buzzing?
Because I'm holding the mic.
Stop.
Would you stop fidgeting? According to your personality test, I don't remember it says if you fidget or not.
Down south. Hood babe.
Well, if I don't, then the mic's on my chest.
Well, don't hold the cord. Hold this.
Side note, somebody
That's
has been
not
holding
comfortable.
Somebody has been holding a microphone in the building that shall remain anonymous, that when they end up talking in the microphone, a microphone that happens to be shaped differently than these ones, they go like this. So, like, if the microphone were
I'm
theirs,
uncomfortable
it
by
would
what
be
just
like
happened.
this. And they would just, like, grab it and talk into it.
I'm super
But it's
uncomfortable
like-
with what's happening right now.
That's the microphone part. You don't touch that. No, like this.
Yeah, so for our
So, like,
non-video
I'd be
listeners
talking
right
like
now, I hope
this.
you're enjoying this segment of static.
You put your hand over the microphone
And then you talk.
Can't hear
Because
you
if
at
you
all.
do
I know.
that, it turns
You can
into
barely
this.
hear me anyways, so
Down south. Hood baby.
I'm just going to talk right here.
Whoa.
that actually sounds weird.
That's very weird.
Okay, now this is an experiment. You can't hear me at all.
Oh,
cool.
hello.
Blueberry Fago. All right, it's Friday. The
What
brains
does
are
that
melting.
do? Does that make it better? Can you hear me better?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
that sounds like you're
Why didn't you
talking
do that the
into a
first time? I thought
microphone.
you were supposed to know everything.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Why do they pay this guy? This has been the AJ and McCall show after the show.
Flip off emoji sent.